Marisa, I want to speak about balance a little bit.
Okay.
Because this is one of those narratives that we get a lot throughout our 20s in
Mm-hmm.
terms of I don't think life is living without a sense of work-life balance.
Yeah.
But there's also a few narratives from the entrepreneurial world primarily that say that work-life balance doesn't really exist. And I've tried to mull over that thought rather than
And why do they say that? Why do they say it doesn't exist?
I mean, so there's a very iconic Indian entrepreneur called Narayan Murthy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's solely responsible for my country's IT revolution.
Okay.
So he actually contributed immensely to our country's modern
Mm-hmm.
history. But I think he made a public statement which was along the same lines recently, and he received a lot of flack for it. But in my eyes, I think what he was trying to say was the following. I think what he meant is that you need to have those extreme phases of work followed by perhaps extreme phases
Yeah.
of rest.
You should be single-minded, and that's normal. And if you go to school, you work and then you have playtime. Every parent will say to their kid, do your homework, then you can have ice cream, you can go out to play. So it's okay to be single-minded on your way to success. If you're inventing something, you might be in your office inventing and again doing 16 hour days. When you finish the invention, you might go on holiday, you just rest. So that's okay. You know, the work-life balance doesn't have to be I work Monday to Friday and I rest at weekends. It could be I work 3 weeks and I rest for the fourth week. So we live in a different world. 9 to 5 doesn't exist anymore. So it's up to us to say, well, where is the balance? Is it 1 day a week? Is it 1 week a month? Is it 1 weekend? But you can be single-minded and very driven on your way to success. But you must have work-life balance. If you don't rest, nature will just make you ill. You know, I remember years ago when I was writing my first book, and I think the delivery date was the end of August, and my publisher said, hey, can we make it the end of July? I'm like, sure. But actually, I wasn't really ready. So I stayed up all night writing that book. And one day I woke up with the most awful headache. And it was my body saying, no, today you are going to lie in bed and do nothing at all. Because if you push yourself like that too much, the body takes over and says, here's an ulcer, here's a headache, here's a stomach ache. So if you don't find some balance in your life, your body will get sick in order to make you rest. And people say, you know, I was pushing myself to the limit. I had a breakdown. I fell apart. I got so ill. And I remember that when I woke up with that headache, I knew my body was saying, today you're having a day off. And it's a shame I had to give myself a headache to take that day off, but I really needed it. And when you take that day off, enjoy it. Don't go, oh my God, I could be doing work. I've got all these emails. Say, today I'm like a battery. You're a human being, after all, not a human doing. You're supposed to be and not do. So not only should you take time off, when you take it off, don't do guilt. Say, I'm doing nothing and I'm having the best time. I'm doing nothing at all, and it's absolutely lovely. It's really sad we often have to get ill to do the nothing.
That's nature kind of forcing you to stop.
Oh, yeah,
right?
of course. And you shouldn't let it get to that state.